I'd like to thank Mashpee TV for allowing me to speak with you, the voters of Mashpee. I'd like to take this time to introduce myself to you, the voters, and let you know why I believe I am the best candidate for Mashpee Selectmen. First, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I moved here with my family when I was 8 years old in 1983. I've had the great opportunity to grow along with the town of Mashpee. My wife and I have been raising our 4 children here, 2 of which attended and graduated from Mashpee High School. The other 2 are currently attending the Mashpee Public Schools. I've been connected and active within our community for many years. I feel that my connections to the town and to the families of Mashpee are one of my greatest strengths. Since I pulled my papers for the Selectmen's race, I have been asked the same 3 questions almost daily. Let me answer them for you now. Number 1, are you a politician? Number 2, are you crazy? And number 3, do you have a hidden agenda? I would like to answer these questions now for the voter. I am not a politician. I'm a middle-class working father. I've worked extremely hard to be able to stay in Mashpee and raise my family. As a child of a retired military veteran, I've always had a great appreciation for our fine way of government. Although I don't consider myself a politician, I feel the time is right now for me to enter town politics and bring a new perspective to the Board of Selectmen. My wife and I have 4 children whose ages vary greatly. They are aged 22, 20, 12, and 9. So yeah, I understand why some may think I'm crazy. Crazy for entering town politics, however? No way. I truly believe in our great form of government. All residents have the right and the ability to try and change things. Lastly, there is no hidden agenda. My priority, or agenda if you will, is very simple: the taxpayer of Mashpee. That's my only agenda, to be able to represent the taxpayer in Town Hall and make sure that they receive the service that they expect and they deserve. I am asking you, the voters of Mashpee, to elect me to the Board of Selectmen. I will bring a new perspective to the table and be willing to represent all of the residents, from the hardworking families to those that have the great fortune to be able to spend their retirement years in our fine community. Thank you, and I ask for your vote for the Board of Selectmen.
Good evening. I'm Andrew Gottlieb. I'm the chairman of the Mashpee Board of Selectmen. I'm running for re-election, and I'm asking for your vote. When you elected me 3 years ago, I promised to do a number of things I think that I've followed through on. I promised to be a fair and impartial decider of issues before the Board of Selectmen. I promised to pursue implementation of our clean water program. I promised to make Mashpee government function better and more openly and be more responsive to its citizens. And I promised to make sure that we spent your tax dollars well. It's my belief that on all those counts, I've fulfilled my promises to you. I believe Mashpee government is better run than it was 3 years ago. I think I've played a part in that. If you agree with me, I'm asking for your vote on May 16th. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Christopher Avis and I'm running for Selectman for the town of Mashpee. Thank you for your time. On Tuesday, May 16th, you'll have the ability to shape our future. A future that makes us proud to reside in Mashpee. A future shaped by a leader who will listen and ask questions. On Tuesday, May 16th, all Mashpee residents will have the right to choose a new selectman to lead our town. A leader who will ask questions, a leader who will communicate options, a leader who will listen to both sides of the debate and formulate the best path for all. A leader who will effectively communicate solutions and explain benefits and rationale for decisions. Leadership competencies, negotiation strategies, and the willingness to perform for the town in any and all roles is a commitment and role I will take very seriously. The selectman's role is someone who knows the town, knows whom to ask for historical relevance, and isn't afraid to ask questions and meet the needs of all townspeople. Just over 10 years ago, an opening on the Finance Committee was advertised in the paper. I decided I want to learn, understand, give back, and bring my talents to our town. I ran around and gathered my signatures and was placed on the ballot. That was prior to the charter changes. I ran unopposed and got my chance. This decision has only exploded my passion for helping serve the people of Mashpee. 20 years ago, my wife Kim and I purchased our first home in Mashpee, where we still reside. We were raising our 2 children, Tori and Jonathan. Both of them attended the K.C. Coombs School, and today our oldest is in college, and our younger is in high school. Throughout the years spending time at the Heritage Fields coaching, mentoring, and assisting teams striving for excellence was an excellent place and a time I won't forget. 40 plus years ago, my parents built a house near the beach and introduced us to a world very different from Lexington we called home. So nice, we moved down, and I attended the Samuel G. Davis School, the current town hall. There I met many of our neighbors and townspeople whom I've chosen to do the same, live in this wonderful playground. You know, our town is overflowing with natural resources. The waters of Pompanesett Bay, the Spit, Shoestring Bay, Aquay Bay, Mashpee River, Quashnet River, the Woodlands, Bufflehead Bay Conservation Area, Yehu Pond, Wacoit Bay, Johns Pond, Ashuma Pond, Southgate Beach. The list is endless. Who would know that after college, beginning my career and starting a family, my house would overlook Abigail's Creek, which connects to Yehu Pond. It's our job to preserve and continue traditions by all, so our children can return and enjoy our town as we have, to live, work, and afford to raise a family as we have. Monday, May 1st, town meeting approved a 2018 budget, which is 0.1% over prior year. Our trend for the past 5 years has been plus 2.5%, an unsustainable budget growth, due in part with me asking the current administration for a 5 and 10-year forecast based on current trends. The results show our town could face a possible Proposition 2.5 override if we don't change our spending habits by 2021. Let me assure you, Mashpee is in the best financial shape in its most recent past. Our AAA bond rating, coupled with several major projects being paid off, will allow us to focus more on capital improvements. Now, town meeting just approved the Quashnet School window soffits and roof project. It will still need a ballot vote on May 16th. But we've also allocated $500,000 to a new capital improvement fund, which sets aside monies to address future capital issues. Plus, we will borrow inside Prop 1.5 million to improve a laundry list of needed improvements. The capital improvement fund authorized at town meeting approximately $800,000 in spending for police cars, DPW trucks, IT upgrades, and an ambulance, thus keeping our equipment relevant and up to date. The good news is the Finance Committee projects the tax rate, which is currently $9.11 per thousand, should adjust down to $9.06 per thousand with the recent acceptance of the 2018 omnibus budget. Now, throughout my tenure on the Finance Committee, I've led, coached, mentored. My ambition, drive, and ambition has never wavered, and I still seek to deliver success for our town. Many ask, Chris, how could you devote 10 years to the Finance Committee? My answer has never wavered. It seems like I've just started serving. Having been and currently hold the position of chairman, secretary, and member, I have experienced municipal government at its very foundation. Public trust, responsible ethics, and professional attitude has and will always be my guiding mission. I envision the town of Mashpee leading the way to solve voter apathy through the new digital age, seeing our coastal waters vibrantly producing bounties of products while cleansing our waters and marshes. Wastewater and refuge issues solved with technology and innovative solutions, again paving the way to a cleaner and healthier town while promoting our heritage alongside the Wampanoag tribe, which will continue to make Mashpee the town that all look to as the model to which to strive for. On Tuesday, May 16th, please engage and let your vote be heard for the future of Mashpee. I thank you for your support and I ask you for your vote.
Hello, for those of you who don't know me, my name is John Cahalane. I'm a longtime resident and I'm your current selectman. As you already know, Mashpee is a great place to live and work. It's very financially stable and it has a great services for all its residents. I'm very proud of being part of the team that's kept it that way. This afternoon, instead of going into a political speech of what we've done in the past, I'd like to go over some questions that I've heard in the last week or so on current issues so you know exactly where my positions are on these current issues. Number one, the town's financial team has developed a 10-year projection showing we might need an increase in town revenue in 2023 what would your plan be? This is a great tool to keep our priorities and future planning with the intention of keeping our tax rate affordable at affordable rates. These projections, for the most part, are very conservative and don't anticipate any new revenues or growth, such as new assisted living project that's at the end of Great Neck Road and any Mashpee Commons extensions. New Seabury is now on a new round of growth also. Unfortunately, one of our biggest growth assets in the last decade has been Southport, and they're down to their last units now, so we won't be able to count on them for growth in the future. Second, town meeting just approved a $10+ million override of $2.5 for windows and roof at the Quashnet School. What's your position on that project? As much as it hurts, this project is a must. And if we just let it keep getting worse, it will be more money and we'll have a possible loss of state funds. 3, how do we feel about Cape Tech building, a new building that will bring the cost of a Mashpee student to $35,000 a year? And this one, we're between a rock and a hard place with the project. Our students deserve an option of technical training in that if that is their choice. At present, we have no alternative to Cape Tech. Upper Cape Vocational is over-enrolled, and it would be impossible to expand our high school curriculum in time. Our only hope is that we can keep discussing with the administration at the tech school to try to bring the cost of the present project down. I myself would have rather seen it done in Hyannis with the anticipation with decreasing student sizes in almost every town in Cape. Possibly at some point you would be combining Upper Cape and Mid Cape. What can we do to stop the opiate epidemic that is affecting the Cape so much? Mashpee Substance Use Task Force has been very active lately in facing this problem. Along with their other problems, they're about to start a new one that might become the model of other towns. A drop-in night once a month at the Community Health Center providing substance use information, education, and treatment resources. It's my understanding now that over 10 agencies have applied and will be at these one-night affairs where places such as Gosnell will tell people what to expect and how to get their services along with other places and other agencies that are helping. How do we stand in recreation? How do I stand in recreation? Marijuana. It's almost impossible to take a stand at all until we see what the state does and come out with their law. The Board of Selectmen decided not to bring this before town meeting this time and wait till October, just for that fact. It's hard to decide on something that you don't know what it is. If the town were to vote for marijuana, I would be totally against having pot shops or any large-scale type of businesses in Mashpee. I would consider very much the outfit we already have permitted for medical marijuana. They've been well vetted and have already built a building or are in the process of finishing a building off of Route 130 and seem to be able to control distribution very well. These are just a few of the things, and I don't have the time to do it. I'm available 24/7 and always have been. My telephone number is 508-477-2001 if you have any problems or questions about the town that you'd like to ask me about. I would like to ask very much that you consider me for re-election on May 16th at the Mashpee Quashnet School, and thank you very much for your time.